So I've got my side camera really focused on the ground of this here, and of course whenever I go in and crop this, when I edit it, I'm going to really focus on down here at the bottom. I have two 1-inch brushes. My older one, a little scrubby, and then a little bit newer one. You can't tell it by the handles, I know. Alright, so here is my little scrubby, and then I have mountain mixture here. I have some sap green. I didn't pull that one down. And then I have some cadmium yellow. We could actually get by without the sap green, okay? But I'm going to pull this 1-inch brush. Now, you've seen my tappy grass video. You're going to understand what I'm doing. So if you haven't seen the tappy grass video, go back and watch. I'm also using this 1-inch brush because it's not as big as the 2-inch. I'm coming right under here. Now normally you would probably have this tapped in before you pull the tree down on top of it. And even though I go over this, because you need to, I'll pull it back out. Okay. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat for some reason. And I'm using the lay of the land, or the, thinking of the way the land goes. I'm going to come up a little and put this dark. Now, to be honest with you, a lot of times around a big oak tree like this, you don't have a lot of grass, okay? They drink the water and the nutrients so much, and have a situation where Jimmy actually tried to tell me that one time, and I had watched a video about something. So I said, oh no, the way it works in this video, you can do it. Well, Jimmy was right. Coming in and tapping. And look how dark this is, okay? I have that white canvas with the liquid clear under it. Another reason why it's good to have liquid clear on an area, you want it to be very vivid. Can't get down there, so I'm going to brush it, but I'm going to come back and tap that in. Okay, you can brush it sometimes, but then come back over it and tap. And the reason we do that tapping is so we get that texture. There we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, so there's the ground. Gotta have the dark to show the light. Here's what I was talking about when I said we could get by without the sap green. You can actually get, this is my newer brush, you can get some of that mountain mixture and come right into your cadmium yellow, and you can make green. Okay, I actually like that better. Alright, and remember, you want these, so I'm going to go in there, tap this in. If you have not seen my tappy grass video, that'll give you a lot more detail. I'll put a little green in there just because I squished it out, but as you can see, you really don't have to have it. And I know I'm going right on top of the root. Probably not doing the best job ever with my tappy grass either. I need to be a little softer with it. But the main thing I want to show you here is the roots and how they get incorporated into the grass. Sorry about that, my easel is rattling. Okay, so there's that. Now, right here, let's see here, I would probably get darker color there and put that. I want it to be sort of in shadow. Well, we'll add a little bit of light. That way you can really see it up against there. I just want to show you how I did leave some dark under that root, and that helps to show that the root is raised up because that dark area is in shadow there. Okay, so the last thing you saw me do on the oak tree, if you're following in the sequence that I did them, is that I was putting highlight on there, okay? So I've got my knife. On this side, I'll just pretend like I had the filbert highlight, but on this side, I'm going to do the knife highlight. And I scooped up my highlight paint. So I'm just throwing this in here. See if I can get kind of close. Always go back over and kind of start from scratch. Turn that. You want to make that white the color you want the brightest highlight to be. Then you can layer on top there. And if you watch Bob, he really doesn't have a method so much. That method I showed you about layering was what I learned from my teacher whenever I was going through certification. Okay, so right here, I'm going to bring that here. Right here, I'm going to come in and bring that over that grass. Okay, so by doing that and not going over that, I wanted it to look like the grass kind of creeps up in between the roots, okay? And now on this other side, I'll grab my filbert, if I can find it. Okay, it's back here. Okay, but look how it, nice and dark, they kind of merge together in here. I may go in, let's just see, maybe on this side I may come in and put the door. I really don't like that look though. You see that? I don't care for that look. It's like it shows it was painted there. So I'm just going to be a little bit more careful this time and make sure that my grass very gingerly gets planted right up against it there. Okay? All right, now let's pretend like I did this over here with the filbert. All right, I had some liquid clear, which is gone now. So let's just try to fake it and make some highlight colors. Remember, I used the flat part. I'm going to come right here and see if that kind of matches pretty good. And then as I graze, I'm going to get a little bit of my, right here. I want to do a little bit darker. Keep it a little wiggly. Okay. And then that coming out over that grass there just really sticks that grass back there where it belongs. That might be all I need, really. Let's see. Okay, so the other thing I want to mention to you is that these roots are out like this, conforming to the top of the ground. A lot of times I see people do their tree roots and they're a little bit like this. And now sometimes that's true. Okay, and then they have this. But Google the type of tree you're looking at to see, and if this is your grass, to see if that's really how your roots need to be, okay? Usually they need to be spread out. There's an exception to every rule, so I'm not even meaning to make that a rule. But my advice on that is to just pay attention to what kind of tree you're trying to paint and really look at the root structure, okay? All right, I guess that's it. I hope this has helped you, this little series. I think I may do just a little bit here in a moment. I'll come in and do a little foliage, but it's not like seeing the whole tree's worth of foliage. But I do want to do that before I clean this off. And I guess that's it. Have a good one. Bye-bye.